Testing 1, 2, and we are live. Mic levels look pretty good. Hope I'm not blowing your eardrums out. Thanks for dropping by to my weekly live stream where we talk about Splinterlands, Atlas Earth, pretty much any other game you want to talk about, as long as it's, stays out of the political realm, because I play games to get away from that. But there's been a lot to talk about this week, especially if you want to talk about what's happened to the Hive engine. I guess it's somewhat of a denial of service attack on it. But we will be giving away a few things on the stream today. So I like to keep it lively and find it pretty fun. Unfortunately, most of the stuff I have is blockchain related. I haven't found a way to give away anything on Atlas Earth yet. There was one time that I gave away a coffee cup, but I had to get their shipping information, and that's not really secure. A lot of people don't want to share their shipping information. So I hope everybody's had a good week, and I thank you for stopping by. So let's go ahead and jump into chat and see what everybody wants to talk about. Terradraz is in the house. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Blind Mage from the North is here. Hello. Gathering the Magic's here. Good morning. Started a new account as part of a challenge with Dolo Knight and Silence. New account is Namgib. Okay. That's an interesting name. Just hit silver 3. Yeah, I was watching a video he did, and I also watched a couple of the videos you did on the topic. And I find it interesting. I've also got a relatively new account that I've played free to play for almost a month now, and I'm about to buy the spell book because I think I've exhausted pretty much what I can cover from the free to play side of things. And I'm going to do an episode related to how to buy the spell book. And there's a lot of people who are not used to working with blockchain and what to do with your keys and stuff like that. But that'll be the next episode on that. And once again, I didn't join in on that particular exercise you guys are doing just from the standpoint I just created a new account. So once you guys get that into a situation where the accounts are kind of compatible, then maybe I can jump in with that. So otherwise, sounds good. Adi's World is here. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Gathering says contest goes 4 seasons and winner gets a tofu to give away. Nice. Sounds good. Tofu is, if you are playing the game, you know that's one of the needed cards at the top end. Very strong summoner. Silence is renting max cards. I am buying and playing low level. 2 completely different strategies. Sounds interesting. Lady Sharon's here. Welcome. I've had a lot of different back and forths with Lady Sharon this week on my various videos. Thanks for dropping by. Sharon says, oh, hello. I didn't know you did live streams. I'm mostly interested in Atlas Earth. Sucked at the racing game, but got an epic on 4th plot of land. Nice. Yeah, I had thought about... I've been thinking about doing a live stream just dedicated to Atlas Earth, but I haven't done it just yet because I don't know how that would go and what exactly I would do on the live stream. Now, there is a channel, the Beer Money Engine. They do live streams when the actual mini games are happening. But I've said this, and it's no surprise to anybody that watches my videos. The mini games are not my favorite. So if I did streams on mini games, I would be lying to people by saying that I actually like them when I find them an exercise in frustration. I do them just enough to tick off my needed things on the challenge ladder, and then I stop playing. Now, it is true that those mini games, if you get good at them, and you have 2-hour blocks of time to dedicate towards them, and you get good, you can make some Atlas bucks on them. I'm not denying that, but I'm saying that to me, they're frustrating. But my point is, I don't know what else I would do on the Atlas Earth related stream. So I kind of combined this live stream. It's been a long running live stream. I've been doing this live stream for more than 2 years. It occurs on Saturday, and it's generally, it started out with Splinterlands related content and other blockchain related games on the Hive blockchain. But once I started covering Atlas Earth, I included it in case anybody wanted to stop in and talk Atlas Earth. So everything's on the table here. We can talk about whatever we want to talk about, you know. So just throw it out in chat and we will discuss it. Okay, let's see. And good luck. Yeah, that was a pretty good pull on your fourth plot of land being an epic. I bought some plots of land over at a local graveyard because it had a veterans memorial within the graveyard. That's what took me over there. I'm a vet. So I was trying to find a place to buy some parcels of land in a neighboring area where I'm trying to take over mayor. So I'm like, well, that's a good as place as any, you know. So I was buying parcels up there last week to complete the challenge ladder for this month, and I got pretty good pulls. I got like 3 or 4 epics and several legendaries. So I was really happy with that. Plus, I placed one of my legendary parcel upgrades that I've earned off the ladder. So. Okay, Bananas is in the house. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Gathering says Hive engine is back to normal pretty much right now. I don't know about that. I still can't claim on dCrops. I was just over here on dCrops and look here. I've been trying to claim and it's been sitting there. I can't. I've lost basically a whole week worth of apples off my apple tree because I can't claim. Also, I was having issues on a few other games. I haven't had any issues in Splinterlands itself because I hadn't, this week, I hadn't tried transferring anything really on and off the blockchain. I did note that I bought a pack right before the episode to give away during this episode, and I thought I might have to wait because it flashed up the error. It's not an error, it's a warning. It says, hey, you might have to wait because Hive is still catching up. For those of you who don't know or don't play blockchain related games, there was somewhat of an attack, denial of service attack on the Hive blockchain this week, and everything's backed up. And it's a ledger, and everything just got backed up, really backed up, and it's taken a while to work through all the computations, and then it just takes a while to do anything. So I didn't have any problems with Splinterlands this week, but I had a number of problems with the other blockchain-based game, Hive-based games that I play this week. And I'm still having problems with dCrop. I basically lost my whole week worth of crops off of that. So if you're playing dCrops, then yeah. Okay, let's jump back into chat. Jason B channel, welcome. Thanks for dropping by. I love to see new names. Good morning there. Good evening here in Oslo. Oh, joining us from Sweden. Welcome. A little bit later in the day there. Thanks for dropping by. Appreciate it. Crypto Beavers in the house. Good morning. Paul Taylor's here. Thanks for dropping by, Paul. TS Connection is here. Hey there. Supreme Victory Studios is here. Welcome. Says, does anyone know why it takes so long to fulfill an SPS request for a rental? I submit for 200,000 requests and it takes 3 to 4 days for it to get filled. That's like half a season. Are you putting it in at just 0.001? If you're putting it in at 0.001, then it's going to take a while. If you put it in at 0.002, you're paying double the price, but you're going to pretty much get it immediately. Somebody did a video this week about that. It might have been Aftersound. It's probably Aftersound because no, it was Silence. It was Silence, I think, that did that. P Silence, however you say it, did a video on this saying that if you're not familiar with the game, you can go in and you can rent SPS. But the fact of the matter is there's so many people in line to rent at 0.001, and it doesn't allow you to give extra characters. So you can't upbid somebody by like 0.0015. You can't do that yet. It should be that way, but go check out his video. Silence did that within the last few days. It's a good video. He made a good point, and I completely agreed. His argument was that it should work more like over on Hive Engine, where if you go into, and I'm just using this, but if you go in, you have many more characters to work with. You don't automatically just have to go from renting from 0.001 to 0.002, which is double the amount, right? And I can understand that, and he has a good point. But I think the answer to your question is there's so many people in line to rent for 0.001 that you just have to wait your turn for it to be filled, unless you're willing to make that jump to rent for double the price. Okay. Let's see here. Okay, getting back into chat. Do you have the Explorer's Pass? I do not. I do pay for the challenge ladder, and I've done videos on that in the past. As far as the value I've found from them, I'm getting a lot of value for that $10 a month, but I do not pay for the Explorers Club. You could buy parcels during Atlas Earth Live. Yeah, I could, but that would require me to buy it right around where I'm at right now, which I pretty much own I own like a large block right around my house, like 600 parcels. So I actually have to get out of my house and walk to the end of the block to be able to reach anything that I would buy. And where I'm currently buying would be, I would have to do it remote. I would have to be streaming remote over by the graveyard, like I said, and I'm not set up to do that. I could probably figure out how to do it, but I usually like streaming straight from my desk. So, Lady Sharon is laughing. Banana says SPS will get filled right away for 0.002. Yeah, like I just said, but everyone tries 0.001, and then there are simply too many. Gathering says, I can do swaps okay on Hive now. Lady Sharon says, rare, common, epic, rare, common, rare, epic. I'm sure my luck will change soon. Going to do 2 to 3 at my church this evening. Interested in the other games out of curiosity. I only play on mobile, though. Okay, yeah, I mean, it's all random, right? You have a 50% chance plus or minus to get a common. You have, what is it, 30% chance to get a rare, 15% chance to get a epic, and 5% chance to get a legendary. So a lot of people try to say that there's some kind of pattern to it, but there's not. It's just luck, really. It's kind of like opening a pack in Splinterlands, right? It's just luck. Okay, we've got the bot kicking in, and we'll see what it does, and we'll give away something here in a few minutes. Let's see here. Leon Aitken, sorry if I butchered your name. Welcome. I've got a video idea how I earn Atlas Bucks on a daily basis. Yeah, I've talked about that a lot, about what I do in the game, but I might take a daily slice out of my life and kind of show people. It's a good idea. It's a good idea. But I've talked about what I actually do and what I don't do a lot. Like I don't do the travel. I don't do the Atlas travel because I never really travel. And I don't do the mini games a lot because I only do them enough to complete the challenges ladders, etc. You know what I mean. So. Banana says Norway. Oh, did I get that wrong? Oslo, Norway. Oh, sorry, I said Sweden. My bad. Eric Wang's in the house. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you happen to be in this fine world. Supreme Victory. Okay, so you guys can get on me. That was you can get on me. My geography failed me. I'm kind of low energy today. I've been drinking this energy drink, and I drank a cup of coffee earlier to try to get myself going, but I must have drank too much bourbon last night. I was indulging while watching a movie. My fault. Supreme Victory Studio says that's like half a season. Thanks for the info. I'll look into it. Yeah, I've done it. I've rented the last couple seasons. I didn't rent this season, but the last like 3 seasons, the last 7 days of each season, I rented out, and every time I had to rent at 0.002. I think they should, to Silence's point, should add some extra. Extra characters, and allow it to go a few more characters so you can actually adjust what you want to rent instead of having to automatically double what you want to rent for, right? So, Lady Sharon says, at TS, that's a good idea. He could wait until a rank jump and do a bunch of parcels at once. I've done some videos like that in the past where I went out and I just bought a bunch of parcels, right? And I've talked about this on various videos. I've had to change the way I do things because of the challenge ladder. I used to be able to just go, oh, hey, save up, buy 100 parcels or whatever the next tier required of me, and go out. And those are pretty cool videos. But now I have to go out, and it's generally the last few months, it's been like I have to buy 1 parcel, then buy 3 parcels, and then wait a little while for the next, the tier 3 buy parcel to come up, and go out and buy 5 or 10 parcels, whatever that is, and then wait another day or two and wait for the level 3 or level 4 challenge to come up, and then go buy them, and then in the middle mix in some extra parcel buys to kind of hopefully bring myself up to that break-even point faster, because obviously you don't want to be in the middle of a tier for as long as you can help, right? But I still want to leave that cushion at the top to be able to complete that level 4 buy parcel challenge, and not go over tier. So good idea though. Jason B says, also Norway, Sweden is our neighbor country. Yeah, we went over that. KGM Jams in the house. What's up, Bronze Dragon and everyone? Welcome. And Eric Wang says, I guess he's from Vegas, playing from Vegas. Leon Aitken says, yo, what's the parcel count right now? I am at 730. I don't have my phone up right now on the screen, but I am sitting at the 730 mark, which is the top of the 6% here in the States. Also, any tips for me? I started a week ago and I have like 7 parcels. My tip for you would be to watch my video called Watch This Video Before You Play Atlas Earth, because I pretty much summed up everything and will give you a good idea of exactly how the game works and what to look at and what to play and how to play it. So that's what that was dedicated towards. It's kind of a summary. Okay, so I have a few things to give away. We're going to stop for a minute here, and we are going to give away. Here's one thing I looked at this week. Immortal Creed is a game we talked about off and on again. It's on the Hive blockchain, and if you want to get your name in the drawing for 2 packs in Immortal Creed, first of all, you have to have a Hive blockchain account to get this. So it would be nice if you had an Immortal Creed account, or you could create one, but you have to have a Hive account to get one of these. So put hashtag Immortal Creed in the chat to get your name in the drawing for 2 Immortal Creed packs. And we will put your name on the wheel of names. Okay, let's see what everybody's talking about. Leon says, it was a very good video, but still, do you have any tips, like stuff I should focus on? Well, first of all, make sure that you watch every 20 minutes, watch your ad every 20 minutes. Second of all, if you can, take advantage of the AMP program around you, different providers. I get a lot of Atlas bucks off of buying from the AMP providers around me, like lunch and dinner whenever I'm going to go out once or twice a week. If you are good at the mini games and you can dedicate 2-hour blocks of your day towards the mini games, you can make a decent amount off of them, but you have to be willing to sit there for 2 hours and play. And you have to have a couple hundred Atlas bucks to use to get up into the rankings. Let's see here. We got Crypto Beaver. Once again, if you want to get your name in the drawing for 2 Immortal Creed packs, put hashtag Immortal Creed in the chat. I jumped back over here because Immortal Creed made a change at the beginning of February with how they are doing their pack sales. And instead of having a set rate, it fluctuates. And I'm not going to pretend to 100% understand how that works. But if you want to understand it, they have an explanation linked off of, where is it? Library? No. I'm going to have to do a video on it. Either way, it fluctuates depending upon, the price of the pack fluctuates depending upon the price of their token in game. So it can go up and go down on a daily basis. Let's see. Do we have anybody else that wants to get their name in the drawing for 2 packs from Immortal Creed, which is basically $4 worth? Yeah, Immortal Creed has added several new things over the last few months. So they're not sitting still, and they're a 2-man team. So it's a very small team, and it's a pretty fun game. It's hard. It's not easy to win matches. So, okay, if nobody else wants to get their name in the drawing, let's go ahead and spin. Game and Tax is in the house. Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. And it looks like Crypto Beaver wins the 2 packs. Congratulations. And I'm turning around to look for a notepad to keep track of this. So Crypto Beaver wins 2 packs in Immortal Creed. And I'll send you those after the show. Okay. So yeah, it's a very interesting experiment. I guess they figured that something needed to be done, and that will make the price of, I guess it's due to the inflation of the token. That's the only thing I can think of. There's too many more tokens on the market now. And so I can just tell you this. I went in to buy a pack. And one of the main things I liked about this game was you could go in and you can play a match. And if you play a standard match, I won like 20 to 30 Valor per match in silver. But you can see that, before it was much easier to buy a pack with your winnings. Now it almost takes forever to amount that much Valor. So there must be a lot of inflation to the token. I found it an interesting idea, though. So, okay, let's see what everybody else is talking about in chat. Lady Sharon says, I actually popped out to run an ad for 2. From before. It sounds like the ladder gives out more parcel buying challenges. My ladder is all filled with games right now. I started a week ago as well. Well, it runs on the idea of you just have to clear one and something else pops up. But like if you do, if you have like buy parcel 1 and you do several other challenges, when you actually do that buy parcel 1, there's a good chance that buy parcel 2 will pop up right behind it. So not all of the challenges can come up behind each other. Okay, so a lot of the games, if you clear one game, another game will come up, but there are more heavily weighted challenges. Okay, there are challenges that get you more points because they give the company more money, right? That's why there is. So the heavily weighted challenges kind of come up behind each other, like buy parcel, use AMP, use the travel, etc. And then there are their games, where you clear a game and then most likely another game's going to pop up behind it. Okay, let's dive into chat. Let's see here. Joffrey Jones says that's how parallel packs are priced as well. 11 primes. Oh, that's interesting, Joffrey. So they have the parallel packs, which is another popular game that everybody's talking about and likes to play. And if you kind of like the military type kind of aspect and dark, how would you put that? Dark fantasy, maybe. Mixed in with futuristic kind of card play, that game. I tried to play it and I couldn't really get into it. So, but that's interesting to know that their pack prices are variable as well. Let's see here. Aaron Baker says grain is now 77 per DEC, higher than I predicted. Nice. Gathering the Magic says, love it. Been selling my grain for DEC. Oh, I haven't even really checked. In fact, I probably need to do a land claim. Gathering says, I need tons of DEC. Who doesn't? I have a way. I've been making more than 100 DEC a day. And I'm getting ready to do a video and drop it to my members of the channel. But I wanted to take part in it for a month straight. So I had some numbers to report on. And this doesn't even require buying land or buying cards or anything. So if you're a member of the channel, go ahead and look forward to that. But I wanted to try out, give it a full month tryout and see what I earned on average before reporting. So let's see here. Crypto Beaver says, I need more DEC to be ready for Conclave. That's for sure. Leon says, by the way, how you getting like 3 parcels a day? Well, I save up. I also, thanks to everybody who joined, I try to, one of the other things I use is my referral code. So for instance, any of these games we're talking about, if you happen to be interested, you can look in the show notes of my videos and you can find a referral code for it. In all the games, they give you a little bit something different for referring a person. In Atlas Earth, they give you a little bit. If somebody uses your referral code, you get 10 Atlas bucks per parcel they buy up to the first 10. So you get 100 Atlas bucks once they bought 10. And that doesn't sound like a lot, but if you spread it around and you get your friends, family, people on your social media to use that referral code, then you can get a steady stream of Atlas bucks coming in. So I use that, but I do make a lot of money, or a lot of Atlas bucks off of, using AMP and playing the games and that kind of stuff. So okay, let's see what everybody else is saying. Aaron Baker says, what I really like about Splinterlands is that is mostly investment focused, because although it is a game, you can walk away from it and it has game for every scale. Battles equal super short time scale. Brawls every 4 days. Season 2 weeks. Wagons. Hopefully they'll do the wagons again. Yeah, there's a lot of different things within the game, and that's kind of what also makes it kind of what do I want to say, a steep learning curve for new people getting in to learn how to play. So, for instance, if you're a brand new player, you probably wouldn't even have any knowledge of knowing about the land game, and once you dive in, there's a lot of details. It's hard to learn. So, but I'm one of those guys that's always been kind of drawn towards games that have steep learning curves. One of my other favorite games of all time is EVE Online. Man, you jump into that and you are bombarded with spreadsheets, right? That's why they nickname that Spreadsheets in Space. But yeah, I'll go ahead and claim this after the show because I keep everything on a separate. And for some reason, here's the spreadsheet. You can see that my land claims. I keep track of them all. I'm trying to spreadsheet. You can see that this spreadsheet goes all the way back to the end of 2023, whenever I first started harvesting. And it keeps track of all the harvests I've ever done. So you can see a pretty accurate total of the, this would be the grain I've harvested, this would be the DEC I've harvested, and this would be the research I've harvested. Now, is it completely accurate? No, give and take, because they've changed things around. But whenever I do harvest, I keep track of everything. So, okay, let's jump back in. I think I'm about, what's happened in Atlas Earth this last week or week and a half, for some reason it started not liking I have a Verizon router, and the game, whenever I'm off of my home network, the game loads fine. I'm at work, I turn off my Wi-Fi, it loads fine. But something happened with the Verizon router settings, and something happened in the last week and a half where it just does not want to load the game. I have to turn off the Wi-Fi to get the game to load. But that's besides the point, because I was loading it to do my 20-minute ad. Supreme Victory Studios says the spin-off game Ethgard Legends announced Ethgard is now in phase 2 and the prototype version MMO is live. Nice. I jumped over there the other day. It was a week or two back whenever we were talking about this. Somebody brought this up. And I bought a few packs and I started playing. Let's go ahead and sign in with Hive Keychain. So I didn't get too deep into it, but I did start playing. Like you can see, I bought a few cards, and let's see. Let's check an inventory. Inventory's got a line on it. So yeah, I didn't get too deep into it. I need to take another dive into it, but it seemed to be fun. I don't think that it caught me, and it wasn't one of those games that caught me and said, oh, you got to play a lot. You know what's caught me lately, and this is completely kind of off of what we're usually talking about, but Tower of Babel. I downloaded a demo off of Steam this week, and it doesn't normally seem like a game I would play, but I've just been soaking so many hours into this demo. I'm just waiting for the full game to come out. Look up Tower of Babel on Steam and check it out. It's like a bullet heaven game where it's just short bursts of game where you're killing these monsters, and then you bail, you come out, and then you get defeated eventually, and then you level up your character and you buy equipment and stuff like that. Anyway, that's what's been soaking up my time this week, really. Okay, let's jump back to the regular map here. Okay, let's see what people are saying. Banana says, I've been selling grain for DEC to put DEC back on land. I brought 3 plots of land up and running last week, and I need to buy some more cards for them. I put the gold foil epic on them, and I brought them up, and they was 1,000 DEC per, but I went back in to buy some more gold foil epics, and the prices have really risen lately. Gathering the Magic agrees. Banana says, I'm also renting out my max tofu. Nice. Yeah, I just, the prices on tofu, it's one of those things. It's like there's a limited number of those. And it seems to me like you have to have that to be able to play at the higher levels. And let's look at market, and take off gold foil even, and go to summoners and look at legendaries and scroll down through here. Well, let's just make this easier and click on rebellion. So 1 BCX is 55.90, and 1 BCX is going to do you nothing. If you want to play in the game, you have to buy a max level pretty soon. I don't know. Maybe you could get away with a level 3, but a level 3 is still $350. It's too rich for my blood. But Aaron says, I started out at 6 million grain in the grain LP over a year ago. It went up to 9 million. At one point, it is back to 6. I put a little bit into a grain pool, but I haven't put much into it. Like I said, I have an episode coming out that the episode will be to members only, but it's a way that I've been making. I've made over 1,000 DEC, almost 1,500 DEC this past week. So interesting. It's more of a, I hate to say, I hate to use the word investment, because I have to always do the disclaimer. I'm not a financial advisor, etc. In fact, I've put a lot of money into Splinterlands, and whatever I make, I'll probably never recoup the money I put into the game, because generally speaking, I just like the card game, right? So, hey, you know what time it is? It's time for some SPS giveaway. Hashtag SPS to the moon in chat if you want to get in and get 100 SPS sent your way. Hashtag SPS to the moon. If you guys are not familiar with it, SPS is one of the primary tokens within Splinterlands, and today it is worth, let's do a refresh. Man, I've been kind of disheartened with the value of it going down, and I don't know why it's going down, because we've crossed that halfway point where more than half of it has been put out into the wild, so to speak. To me, it should be on the upswing, but what do I know? Let's go back to our wheel here and hashtag SPS to the moon. Just typing everybody's names in here. Got Blind Mage from the north. Okay, let's see here. Okay, if you don't see your name on the list and you want to get your name into the drawing for 100 SPS, please let me know. Speak now within the next minute, or forever hold your peace, because I'm getting ready to spin the wheel. And if you're wondering, all the names in chat who are green and have the little star by them are the first 5 members of my channel. So I appreciate a big shout out to everybody who became a member this past week. Do appreciate supporting the channel. Okay, what's everybody saying? Kind of scrolling up a little bit. Adi's World says, is it possible to finish the challenge ladder without the AMP program and without spending any money? I don't know. I don't have an answer for you. If it is possible, it'll be very close. I think it would be possible I would have to go through and add up the numbers. If you did all of the, you'd have to do obviously all the mini game challenges, but I'm not quite sure. Obviously, they're going to weight the challenge ladder a little bit more heavily towards the things that actually make them money. You get more points for that. So, and I just use the AMP program because I'm going to buy lunch. I usually buy lunch once a week, and I usually buy dinner for the family once a week. So a lot of times we might have like Salad Works, which is 4 for 1, or the yogurt place by my work is 4 for 1 as well. So okay, I'm scrolling back. Anybody else want to get in on the drawing? Let's see. Do I have Gathering the Magic? Okay. Okay, let's go ahead and spin it. Games and text. I'm just making sure everybody's name is on here. Yes. As Supreme Victory Studios, please says, please smash that like button. And if you aren't subscribed, please subscribe. Okay, let's see who the winners here is. Game and Tax. Okay. Game and Tax, what is your Hive name? What is your Splinterlands name? So I can send you 100 SPS. Smackaroos. Congratulations. Okay, let's see here. Lady Sharon says, I received most of my ladder points so far on back-to-back surveys. I didn't qualify, but somehow it counted for the ladder. Yeah, if you take one of those, sometimes if you bite off one of those a little bit longer surveys and they, you know, you get into it 5-10 minutes and then they bail you out, then you end up getting 2, which, you know, obviously you didn't get the full reward, but you still got credit for it on your survey. So I'm scrolling back and forwards. Okay, so his. Let's go over here to my SPS bag and transfer in-game to his. And we've got 100 SPS. And cross our fingers, hopefully there's no blockchain backup. Okay, token sent. There you go. And I'm scrolling back to try and pick up all the chat here. Let's see here. Joffrey Jones says LMAO, Splinterlands, is not an investment. Aaron Baker says, name another game where with LPs inside the game. No other MMORPG has LPs inside the game. That is a first. Yeah, there's a lot of things at Splinterlands, and part of what attracted me to Splinterlands, other than being a cool collectible card game, is the fact that there's so many things they're doing that no other game has ever done, you know. So some of it works, some of it doesn't work, you know. So Alex B says, I got a brothel in Upland, but not in Atlas. My Financial Journey says, how is it going, everyone? Welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Aaron Baker says, I have 31 plots, and one is a castle. Sweet. That I collect taxes on, 999. Yeah, castles are sweet, but they're also very expensive. Let's look at, let's go to the market and see if, let's go to land and then go to for sale. I think it'd be easier to find over here. Let's go to land market and let's go to the mythic. See if there are any castles for sale. These are all keeps. Here's a castle for sale. $6,780 US. So the cheapest castle you can buy in Splinterlands right now is over $6,700, and I remember them going up, you know, a lot pricier than that. So congratulations, Aaron, if you have a castle. That's pretty sweet. You'll have to let me know how it goes when the new changes go in 1.75, how everything changes for you. It's always nice. I have almost, I think I have 18 plots by now, but it's interesting. Everybody's having, if you're playing at the top of the game or playing at the bottom of the game, somewhere in between, everybody has a little bit of a different take on it depending upon what you're actually seeing in the game. My financial journey says I'm finding renting cards for land to be super good for me. That's nice because it's been quite a while since I rented out cards and actually made a profit off of it. Eric Wang says, finish the challenge ladder in 6 days without doing AMP and travel programs, mainly focused on the surveys, mini games, arcades, buying parcels, and the boosting challenges. Okay, so that goes to answer his original question of Adi's World's question. So it can be done. Okay, jumping back more towards... Aaron Baker says, SPS used to be buyable in game for US people, and now it is not. That is primary reason for SPS not increasing because they primarily target US people that make 100K per year for this game. Yeah, I mean, when people, especially with my crossover audience, it's a much different topic to talk about as far as, you jump in, can you play Splinterlands for free? Yes. But if you want to make any money off of the game, you're going to have to put money into it. So, Aaron Baker says, I used to buy SPS with Transact in game. I still use the Transact feature. It still works for me. It's one of those things where you have to go through the process, and some banks accept it, some banks don't. It took me a while to get through the process as far as getting it approved for my account in my particular bank, but it's worked pretty smoothly, and I use it whenever I buy SPS, DEC, that kind of thing. So I also buy credits once in a while. And if you buy credits, then the team has to actually do the conversion in the background with the DEC. So Crypto Beaver says, for SBS to go up, we need a lot more players to join the game. Yeah, and we've been saying that for, I hate to do videos where I'm kind of, you know what I'm saying. There's other people that do videos. Yeah, it's going to be great. But I try to be realistic. And that's why I kind of look at it and just try to do my videos on playing the game instead of from an investment point of view, because, there's a lot of things we do. I used to play Magic the Gathering, and I spent thousands of dollars on little pieces of cardboard, to sit around a table and play with people, So it's, we're in a much different atmosphere as far as there's a lot of games like Atlas Earth you can pick up and you can play. And it's based upon advertising. So you are spending your time watching the ads or, whatever. And they're paying you for your time for games. And, versus like a game like Splinterlands where you actually have to jump in, you have to buy cards, and you have to put some investment in SPS. And then when you win, you can get, a certain amount. It's two different, what do I want to say? Two different looks at playing games, right? But there's a lot of things we do in life that you do for fun, and it requires putting a decent amount of money into. Don't get me started on my guitar collection and my cameras, right? So, and I'm not making any money off of them. They're just sitting there when I'm not using them. Gathering says, we also need more burn mechanics for SPS. Yes, we do. I think one of the lessons that a lot of these games that have come along after Splinterlands have taken off of Splinterlands is the fact that they have to automatically, from the get-go, put in burn mechanisms, right? And ultimately, it has helped their token value out. Aaron says they only market to English speakers and very little, almost non-existent marketing. Like I said, they've brought on a marketing guy this last couple months, but obviously with very little funds, they have very little marketing to the U.S., let alone to the rest of the people in the world. You know what I mean? Jabby Saints is in the house. Hey, hi. I guess I'm late for the party. Thanks a lot. Splinterlands is not an emotional RPG, MMORPG. That's correct. It's a card game. Lady Sharon sent out the super chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thanks for supporting the channel. Byron Tissaman says, and I know I'm guilty. I'm just trying to keep up with chat here. I don't want anybody's chat or statement to go to loss and not see it. So I've been scrolling back and forward. Byron Tissaman's here. Welcome, Byron. Good evening, good morning from South Africa. Keep up the awesome content for Atlas Earth. Well, thanks for dropping by. I appreciate it. I know it's more in the late afternoon, evening over there. So I appreciate stopping by. Yeah, I intend on keeping up. I try to do a video, either on Splinterlands or Atlas Earth whenever there is something worth, like news, something's happening, something I think people should be aware of, a change in the game. Because there's a lot of people. I keep my eye on Discord and I keep my eye on Reddit. And I kind of try to keep track of both games, what's going on and what people might be interested in. And then besides that, I try to do videos on how I'm doing in the game. If I've come up with some kind of strategy that I think might be useful for my viewers, I try to put out little videos like that as well. I get accused of being too long. My videos tend to be too long for some people. I'm sorry. Actually, I've talked about this in the past. I know I have a slow drawl. That comes from living in New Orleans for a number of years. Whenever I do my videos, I actually speed them up by 10%. You might not notice it, but I try to make the videos shorter, but I guess I talk a lot. And for some people, it's too much. But, oh well, it is what it is. Let's see here. Lady Sharon says, actually, I sorted my quickest by quickest. The first one, I'm not sure what happened, but it gave me $2. The second one added about dirty soda. I had no idea what that was and indicated that. I'm not quite sure about that. Gathering the Magic says 3 castles. Click the castle tab. Oh, back when I was checking out the price of castles. Lady Sharon says, not qualified and gave me $1 in. As far as the surveys. Yeah, I understand. Jason B says, in all the NFT games I've played, only Splinterlands are still alive today, but I stopped for 2 years because of work and other things. I recently went back and played Splinterlands again. Yeah, I mean, Splinterlands has been around for a long time. 2018. So I feel that's one of the reasons I feel strong in, talking about it. Some of these games, you never know if when they're brand new, whether they're going to be a pump and dump scheme, something like that. People who are outside of the Web3 kind of atmosphere, not used to it, automatically assume any new game on a blockchain is automatically going to be a pump and dump scheme. I mean, I've been playing Splinterlands for more than 3 years now, probably almost closer to 4, right? And I'm still around, right? Have I made a ton of money off of it? No, not really, but I've had fun. Is the possibility to make money there? Definitely. But like I said, this is my kind of substitution for cardboard magic. Do I still buy packs of magic from time to time? Yeah, once in a while. Don't get me into the whole discussion about how I hate what Hasbro has done to Magic the Gathering. But this game has largely replaced that. And you can watch my videos on my discussion about what I like about the game, being able to trade things on the blockchain, which, back to P Silence's video this week, which if you're interested, you should check it out. No, it wasn't him. It was Aftersound. I think the automatic answer, if you're wondering who did that video, is probably Aftersound. He put so many videos out, but he did a video that I was watching while I was working out this morning on Hive Engine and the delicate nature of it, how easily it can be attacked. I didn't want to do a video on it. I find it interesting, but I didn't want to publicize that. What's happened this week and how widespread effect it had. Okay, KGMJM says just concentrate on building equity in all the Web3 games with your winnings. Yeah, it's one of those games where a little bit a day, it just adds up over time. Look at how much stronger your deck is compared to a year ago. You know what I mean? Hey, we're getting towards the bottom of the hour. Let's give away a Rebellion pack. So in the chat, put hashtag Rebellion if you play Splinterlands and you would like to get your name in the chat, and this will probably be the last thing we do for this live stream. Put hashtag Rebellion, and I'll put your name in the chat or in the drawing for a Rebellion pack. Once again, this is all sponsored by me, your local friendly Bronze Dragon, not by the team. So that's why it's only one pack. Okay, let's catch up with some names. We've got Gathering in the Magic. We've got Supreme. We've got Joffrey Jones. Crypto Beaver. King Cobra. Jabby Saints. Beaker. Remember Beaker on the Muppet Show. Bananas. Game and Tax. Jason B. KGM Jam. Oddie's World. Aaron Baker says give it to a new player. Blind Mage from the North. Okay, we've got a list of names here. If you don't see your name and you want to get in on the drawing for a Rebellion pack, you've got about a minute or two left. Put your hashtag Rebellion in the chat and I'll add your name. Meanwhile, I'll look back at the chat and see if I missed anything. Beaker says, hi, Bronze Dragon, just joining in. Well, welcome. Thanks for dropping by. Crypto Beaver says, what happened to the idea of having the option to change your SPS reward in ranked battles to get extra glint? I remember that mentioned, but I can't give you an update on that because I haven't heard anything extra. Aaron says, since all the latest crackdowns and changes, I can finally earn SPS in Soulkeep. Nice. I haven't heard any, since that big hubbub about what happened to Soulkeep, I haven't heard any updates on Soulkeep. So let me know how you're doing in the future. I bought some cards and packs in Soulkeep when it first came out, and I just really haven't done much with it. Gathering says, sold a lot of my Magic the Gathering collection for funds for Splinterlands, and no regrets. Gathering says, Splinterlands is Magic the Gathering 2.0 to me. We are just getting started, laying 1.75 soon. New card set and more improvements. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to the new card set. Who does? I mean, if you're a card player, who doesn't look forward to the new card set, right? Paul Taylor says, dCrops server was rebooted. Claim your stuff before the new season starts in 45 minutes. Okay, I will do that. I will try. I've tried to claim the last few days and been unable. So let's go ahead. Anybody else want to get in on this drawing? Okay, let's go ahead and spin. See who gets the pack. Gathering the Magic gets the pack. Congratulations. Gathering, what account do you want that pack sent to? It'll be a Rebellion pack. While we're waiting for him to chat, let's see here. Aaron says, land 1.75 will allow the creativity of the team to be unleashed with glamour, DS crystals, and everything else. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Since we've got one good guy working on it, and I'm just looking forward to, you know, it moving forward. Joe Vac. Okay. Okay, let's go jump over to transfer 1 to Joe Vac. Okay, here's hoping you get something tasty with the new pack. And thanks for dropping by. Lady Sharon says, hey, I have a question about Super Boost. It looks like it will be starting next Thursday night, which is bad timing. Is it 24 hours or just a few like the other games? Super Boost is 32 hours. And it doesn't matter if you already have boosted when the Super Boost starts. It just, as soon as Super Boost starts, as long as you're boosted, it ticks up by the multiplier of 50, right? And we've discussed this in other videos. This is why Super Rent Boost is where people who have large amounts of parcels over the first 150. A lot of people ask, hey, why would you want to go down on your multiplier? It's because you get a lot of money back during that Super Rent Boost. So in most cases, I don't wake up in the middle of the night, like at 2 o'clock, to redo my boost. I just wait until the morning. But on Super Rent Boost, I set that alarm for 2 o'clock and I redo my boost, because that helps you, kick up. So oh, Gathering Magic's going to let his wife open it. Aaron Baker says, everyone here, please take a position in the Reddit digital cards threads. Okay. Okay, well, we are at 12:30 here on Eastern Time. I want to say thanks for everybody dropping by. Please consider becoming a member of my channel. I have a short 3-minute video you can watch on the channel. It's like pink and purple on the screen, and it tells you all about it. But that helps me out, and I appreciate everybody helping the channel out. I hope you, let's see, one last chat, because there's a different name popping in here. Thomas Film Handler Dieter says, good morning. Bronze Dragon wanted to drop in and say hello. Love your videos and got a lot of information out of your pilot's hero. Well, thanks. I appreciate it. And Thomas has the last word for this week. I hope your upcoming week is great, and I appreciate you spending your time with me. So until next week, go out there, and I will see you in either Splinterlands or Atlas Earth or whatever other game we're playing. Otherwise, have a great week.